foul on the Spurs, second on Parker. It's a non-shooting affair. Danny Ferry will check back in, played briefly in the first half, and now Malik Rose will get a rest. 22 points for Rose.
It's a tough matchup right here. Ferry with Nowitzki on him. That happened the other night, and that's exactly what happened. Nowitzki took the ball, took Ferry right to the basket, scored 2 quick buckets in game number 1.
87-69 Spurs. They double up on Duncan. Off the steal. Here's Nash. Stopped by Ginobili. Finley. Back comes Parker. And as Duncan tried to establish position, he was pushed. Dallas over the foul limit. Duncan will go to the line. But first, a timeout call with 2:45 remaining in the third. A look at downtown San Antonio. And we'll be back here in the River City in a moment.
Spurs leading 87-69. Let's go back and look at the fast break that Dallas had, and they would have been a sure 2 points. Watch when the break takes off now. The ball winds up in Nash's hands. He starts to go off on the break, and at this particular, right there, he has the ball, and what he understands is that he has one teammate running the right lane, which he could give up. But he thinks also that with this man and his big man, Nowitzki, running, rather than deliver the pass ahead and take the sure 2, he tries to go for more and get 3. He loses control right there. It gives San Antonio a chance to regroup, and then instead of getting anything out of it, they wind up with Finley missing the jump shot. So perhaps the best move there would have been pitch it ahead, take the sure 2, rather than try and get a 3-pointer out of it.
I think too many teams now in transition think 3 instead of layup first. I think it has to go, your priorities in transition. Layup, quick post up, and then the 3-point shot. For too many players, they're enticed with the 3 in transition.
Tim Duncan, 10 of 12 from the foul line. Had the 12 of 19, missing some key free throws down the stretch in game 1. Dallas has shot 10 of 16 here in the third quarter. San Antonio's been off just 6 for 15. 2.5 remaining in the third. Van Exel. Ginobili with the line. Beautifully done. Manu Ginobili for Tim Duncan. 26 for Duncan. Finley goes to the crossover. Good job by the Spurs in cutting him off. Van Exel. Nick Van Exel able to break it down. Just under 2 to go now. Third quarter, Spurs 90 and the Mavericks 71. Duncan. Roger Bell starts back. Good transition by San Antonio and a blocking foul charged to Ferry. That puts San Antonio over the foul limit.
I'm sure San Antonio is willing to take as many easy baskets as they can get. Ginobili always with his head up, finds Tim Duncan running the floor. You lay it up there high enough, you know you have a big man with great hands and the ability to finish at the other end.
Walt Williams, only a 62% free throw shooter during the regular season. 17-point San Antonio lead. First half, Spurs had only 4 turnovers. They turned it over 7 times in this third quarter. Nice pass. Tim Duncan to Stephen Jackson.
And since Duncan came into the league, he was a poor passer when he first came to the NBA, and now he's an extraordinary passer to Cummings.
Roger Bell. His second field goal, 92. 75, San Antonio, a minute remaining in the third. Nowitzki playing with the 4, foul. Duncan goes at him and scores.
When you think of how many times the ball winds up in Tim Duncan's hands, whether it's in the low post, whether it's out high, he becomes a decision maker so often for the basketball team.
Here's Finley. Nice save. Bell is on it. Van Exel passed on the 3. Ginobili back for the Spurs. Coming up on 20 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Parker.
He shot that too early again. That's the second time he shot it too early.
Final seconds of the third. Nowitzki spinning his way on Ferry, gives it up. Too much time with Finley with the 3, and it's waved off. They'll review it. Ted Bernhardt, the outside official, with a very quick call on that 3-pointer. Here's another look.
We'll see if it's out of his hands before you see those lights go on. It's on 0. There's the lights, and the ball's still clearly in his hands. Good call by the official.
Ted Bernhardt was on it immediately. They will review it. Right now, it is not being posted. San Antonio 94, Dallas 75 as we head to the fourth. Now look at the Majestic Theater in the heart of downtown San Antonio, home of the San Antonio Symphony, and thank them for the blatant plug. Majestic Theater designed and built back in 1929. And a look at Hall of Famers John Hondo Havlicek, Bill Russell, and on the right, star of the ABA here with San Antonio Spurs, Artis Gilmore. As we head to the fourth quarter, that last second 3-point attempt that was waved off by Ted Bernhardt. They did review it, and it was ruled no basket.
And you said it, Ted Bernhardt called it immediately. You see the ball still in possession, lights are on, clock is at 0. Excellent call.
Speedy Claxton is back. Claxton and Ginobili now at the guard. Duncan, Ferry, and Bowen up front as this fourth quarter gets underway. Duncan around Nowitzki. Duncan gets to it, and then the ball is taken out of his hands by Williams. They'll jump it up.
See how long Tim Duncan is when he comes in there. He basically gets those arms extended all the way out. And there you see the jump ball being called between Williams and Duncan.
Throw by Claxton.
Claxton did a good job of holding off Van Exel, who tried to steal the tip, shoot in front of him and steal it.
Spurs up by 19. They've led by as many as 28. Here's Bowen. That was a 2-point attempt, rebounded by Nowitzki. Ferry all over. Finley is looking for help. Shot clock to 6. Williams, nice crossover move. Will it count? Yes, it does. And the foul. Beautiful move by the Wizard. Walt Williams draws the foul on Duncan. That's 4 on Duncan.
Williams feels that if he can just get Tim Duncan to bite a little bit and come out of his defensive stance, then he can cross over, turn the corner. That time, a beautiful job of concentrating, making the basket, and now going to the line for 3-point play.
Tim Duncan will sit down. Malik Rose is back. He's playing with 4. David Robinson returns. This is the closest the game has been in the second half. 16-point San Antonio lead.
And remember in game 1, when Duncan went out, the Mavericks made a huge run. San Antonio's got to stay aggressive.
Mavericks looking for a jump ball, but a foul. On Finley, his second, and David Robinson go to the line. He is 2 for 2 at the line, 71% on the season. Robinson has played only 15 minutes tonight. Exclusive coverage of the Western Conference Finals will continue here on TNT Friday, Game 3, as the series moves on to Dallas, and coverage begins at 9 o'clock. And on Sunday, Game 4 starting at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Roger Bell. Here's Walt Williams for 3. Back comes Claxton. In Game 1, San Antonio led by as many as 18. They led by 14 early on in the fourth quarter. Well, tonight they led by as many as 28. Now lead by 17. Claxton. Oh, beautiful move by Speedy Claxton. Nowitzki chased by Bowen. 20 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Because Robinson came across the lane immediately. Once he saw Nowitzki with the ball, it took away the drive opportunity. Nowitzki has to stop, pull up, and shoot that little fadeaway.
Robinson going at Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki playing with the 4 fouls, and obviously it has affected him. Last touch by San Antonio. The Spurs continue to go at Nowitzki. Steve Nash checks back in, replacing Roger Bell.
Well, this has been a bonanza free throw night for the San Antonio Spurs, taking 38 attempts and making 32, shooting 84% after missing 17 in game number 1. A nice drop-down pass by Nowitzki. Finley on the foul line for 2. On the other hand, you've got Dallas, who shot 50 free throw attempts in game 1. They've only taken 16 right now. And what made the 50, Marv, so surprising in game number 1 is this is a jump shooting team who during the regular season, when they combined all 4 games against San Antonio, shot 70 free throw attempts in all 4 games, so they got 50 in game 1.
And 49 of 50 the other night was one of the best free throw shooting performances of all times. You go back even regular season play, 10 teams have been perfect, but not with the high volume of free throws that we saw on Monday night. Utah once had a 39 for 39. Indiana 3 years ago, 40 of 41. But records on consecutive shots, be it free throws or field goals, are difficult to track down through the years, according to the Elias Sports Bureau.
I thought you asked Jeff to check that out. You up there?
Malik Rose is fouled, a hard foul. Rafe LaFrance called on the personal.
Here they run a little pick and roll. Ginobili makes a nice little pocket bounce pass. Rose takes it to the rim and was fouled, and he's back at the line.
That's 5 on French. But for whatever reason, remember we had the playoff game in Boston where the Celtics reeled off 14 consecutive shots. They were not able to track down.
Field goal attempts we're talking about in that particular game.
They were not able to track down whether that was a playoff record. You have to go through all the play-by-play sheets and go way back.
It's not a good intern job where somebody with each program, all 29 teams, assign someone to do that for the year. Go through every play-by-play through all the years.
Dar assigning a job to some intern out there. All interns. All right, here's Van Exel for 3. It's down to 14. And lots of time remaining.
And it was 14 with 8 to go in game 1 as well. So they're right back where they were in the previous game.
Nice move by Rose. Oh, what a fake. Malik Rose. Around Walt Williams. 101-85. Van Exel.